feed the body food and drink, it will survive. Today, feed the soul art and music, it will live forever. Use your knowledge and your heart to stand up for those who can't stand. Speak for those who can't speak. Be a beacon of light for those whose lives have become dark. Leave everything you do, every place you go, everything you touch, a little better for your having been there. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap the job's a game. If you remain calm in the midst of great chaos, it is the surest guarantee that it will eventually subside. Some people regard discipline as a chore. For me, it is a kind of order that sets me free to fly. It is not enough to reach for the brass ring. You must also enjoy the merry-go-round. Sometimes opportunities float right past your nose. Work hard, apply yourself, and be ready. When an opportunity comes, you can grab it. I've never minded being disciplined. I'd always rather have a quiet evening and then go to a wild party. Discipline for me has always been the foundation, which leaves me free to fly. If you're passionate about what you do, then go for it wholeheartedly. Be prepared that if any time, you may be surprised by a phenomenal opportunity that may come your way. And that's when I say, do your homework. Be ready. Have you noticed how nobody ever looks up? Nobody looks at chimneys, or trees against the sky, or the tops of buildings. Everybody just looks down at the pavement or their shoes. The whole world could pass them by and most people wouldn't notice. The world is full of magical places, and the library has always been one of them for me. A library can be that special place for our children. The amateur works until they get something right. The professional works until they can't go wrong. A library takes the gift of reading one step further by offering personalized learning opportunities second to none. A powerful antidote to the isolation of the web. Miracles are happening every day. I do think that's true if you can take the time to look. It took me a while to learn that, though some children know it instinctively and they do have wonder when they are kids. But the trouble is, as we grow older, we lose it. Miracles, contrary to popular belief, do not just happen. A miracle is the achievement of the impossible, and it is only when we put aside out greed, anger, pride, and prejudice so that our minds are open and ready to accept it that a miracle can occur. I was raised never to carp about things and never to moan, because in vaudeville, which is my background, you just got on with it through all kinds of adversities. Success is terrifying. Like happiness, it is often appreciated in retrospect. It's only later that you place it in perspective. Years from now, I'll look back and say, God, wasn't it wonderful? As you become older, you become less judgmental and take offense less. But marriage is hard work. The illusion that you get married and live happily ever after is absolute rubbish. I do ask myself sometimes, what am I doing writing about animals that talk like we do? But I guess it's okay if it brings across a point. On the whole, I think women wear too much and are too fussy. You can't see the person for all the clutter. Public libraries are our great teachers and storytellers and are a vital adjunct to our schools. In this day of standardized and homogenized education, a library offers individual and personalized learning opportunities second to none. Once in a while I experience an emotion on stage that is so gut-wrenching, so heart-stopping that I could weep. With gratitude and joy, the feeling catches and magnifies so rapidly that it threatens to engulf me. For me, singing was always about the lyrics. I'm hopeless at singing songs that don't have a core. I work out as little as I can for as much gain as I can. Yoga and a little bit of ballet, only 30 or 40 minutes every other day. I keep supple for myself more than for roles. The librarians that I've spoken to, the teachers, and the librarians who really care and do advise parents and children of what's good and what's out there, they are very special. They have a kind of wisdom that a lot of people don't have. All love shifts and changes. I think it's the essence of any film and any stage production, any work where you do work with other people, of course. Collaboration is hugely important. One does for a while become family. Can I give them what they think they're going to get from me? That's always the big question. I think of part of myself as a very passionate person, but I don't think that comes across. I don't know where it comes from, that reserve or veneer of British niceness, but it doesn't bother me if other people don't spot the passion. I know it's there. Making an animated movie is such a lonesome thing. You mostly don't see your fellow actors or anything. You go into your booth, you record all your dialogue. It's very much an issue of trust. You leave it all up to the director. I adored my birth father and constantly worried that I was being disloyal to him and his school teacher. Roots if I spent too much time performing and enjoying it. I'm never lonely when I'm writing because you live with the characters that are so alive in your mind, and you really see them and know them and get to be friends with them. All careers go up and down like friendships, like marriages, like anything else, and you can't bat 1,000 all the time. Dame Julie Andrews, born Julia Elizabeth Wells, October 1st, 1935, in Walton-on-Thames, Surrey, England. Her mother, Barbara Ward Wells, Morris, 25 July 1910 to 1984, was born in Chertsey and married Edward Charles Ted Wells 1908-1990, a teacher of metalwork and woodwork. In 1932, Andrews was conceived as a result of an affair her mother had with a family friend. Andrews discovered her true parentage from her mother in 1950, although it was not publicly disclosed until her 2008 autobiography. Andrews is an English actress, singer, and author. She has garnered numerous accolades throughout her career spanning over 7 decades, including an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, 2 Emmy Awards, 3 Grammy Awards, and 6 Golden Globe Awards, as well as nominations for 3 Tony Awards. She has been honored with the Kennedy Center Honors in 2001, the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2007, and the Offie Life Achievement Award in 2022. She was made a dame by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000. A child actress and singer, Andrews appeared in the West End in 1948 and made her Broadway debut in The Boyfriend 1954. Billed as Britain's youngest prima donna, she rose to prominence in Broadway musicals starring as Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady 1956 and Queen Guinevere in Camelot 1960. She also starred in the Rodgers and Hammerstein's television musical Cinderella 1957. Andrews made her feature film debut in Walt Disney's Mary Poppins 1964, where she won the Academy Award for Best Actress. The following year, she starred in the musical film The Sound of Music 1965, playing Maria von Trapp, and won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Motion Picture Comedy or Musical. Between 1964 and 1986, Andrews starred in various films, working with directors including her husband Blake Edwards, George Roy Hill, and Alfred Hitchcock. Films she starred in include the Americanization of Emily 1964, Hawaii 1966, Torn Curtain 1966, Thoroughly Modern Millie 1967, Star 1968, The Tamarind Seed 1974, 101979, Sober 1981, Victor or Victoria 1982, That's Life 1986, and Duet for 1986. She later returned to films, appearing in One Special Night 1999, The Princess Diaries 2001, The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement 2004, as well as Eloise at the Plaza and Eloise at Christmas Time, both 2003. She also lent her voice to the Shrek franchise and the Despicable Me franchise 2010 present. Andrews is also known for her collaborations with Carol Burnett, including the specials Julie and Carol at Carnegie Hall 1962, Julie and Carol at Lincoln Center 1971, and Julie and Carol Together Again 1989. She starred in her own variety special, The Julie Andrews Hour 1973, for which she received the Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Musical Series. Recently, she co-created and hosted Julie's Green Room 2017 and voiced Lady Whistledown in the Netflix series Bridgerton 2020 present. Andrews has co-authored numerous children's books with her daughter and 2 autobiographies, Home, a memoir of my early years 2008, and Homework, A memoir of my Hollywood years 2019.